And now, another major production.
I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. Forget the $1 million mission. Sometimes I just want to go fishing instead of physically grinding in the trenches. Finding me using my knowledge, intuition. Chaka not talking while he's so distant. Chaka be talking but they don't listen. He's sitting, his brain pumping like a piston. I've been chasing the twilight, now I've been bitten. The city's in my sights as if I was a pigeon. Your role is cast, your dialogue is written, it's past control. You're like a Sims minion, what to do now but roam around in and out of buildings. Seemingly living, touching ceilings, but there's no feeling. Willing and dealing, but really there's no winning. I'm sinning and sinning, so what I'm defending stuff's like prison, stuck in the life out of river. I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Feeling great. Check out the gear I got. Check out my jacket.
Oh, yeah. You're not even in Texas no more. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I got it delivered here from Haley, Texas.
I was trying to set up and running around. I'm looking for my tea. I couldn't find it. Stressing out. And I got to go to work in a little while. What you been up to, man? How you feel? How's life?
Just school right now. I'm just focusing on school right now. Other than that, reading. I bought these new books. It's going slow. I don't lie to you for that. Other than that, that's it. That's all that's going on right now.
That's cool. I did a stream with Jeff the other day. He told me you called him out the blue.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, what I think I want to talk about is because recently I did a interview and we was talking about how how would you tell if you're in a simulation? Is life a simulation? And if it was, how would you tell? And if it was, that maybe it would be some kind of video game, like a futuristic game that's so realistic that you can't tell you're in the game or you forget that you're in the game, and I think me and you have talked about some stuff like this before in the past. So I just want to know what you think about that and related to the Matrix and everything. What do you think about that?
Man, trying to go. All right. Well, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous.
That's all right. Just whatever's on your mind. I mean, whatever you think, it's all good.
Well, I do think this is a huge possibility that we are definitely in a simulation. I think the chances of that is really high. But I would rather not believe that to be true. Because if that was the case, then life wouldn't really matter. Right?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, whenever life is life matters, It just means that there's a barrier between what's actually happening and, what we're doing. You get what I'm saying? We're lost in the sauce. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that, a lot of people are like sleep, like in the Matrix, like, you know, plugged in.
Definitely.
But also even beyond that, the idea of it being the whole thing being a simulation, because we like to say universe is mind. So then if universe is mind, then it's a thought. So in that way of looking at it, you could say reality is just a simulation anyway, because it's a thought that someone had now, and that's how we landed on creation, because they say everything has to be, thought of before it.
Thought of first
Yeah,
before it's created, right?
right. So what do you think about that?
Man, I don't know, because I honestly would rather not believe it's true, but that's a very strong argument. Like, you can't really
Well,
debate against
I'm
that.
not arguing that it's true. I'm just arguing the thought of the idea. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because who knows? Like, that's the point of this, because nobody really knows. No, if anybody says they're sure about this stuff, something is wrong with them, because there's no way you could
Right.
be sure about this. Yeah,
Can't be sure about anything, really.
and that's what I say. I don't trust anything at all. Let me see. Here, let me play this and see what you think.
Trying to be nice. Ma'am, I'm right here. Are you going to get off the aircraft, or are you going to sit there and scream? I'm just asking. Because it's going to be your turn.
I got
so
to
you
pee.
need to go.
I
and
got
you
to
need go.
get off of here. Ma'am, I'm trying to.
I'm watching you attack her.
You go out of here. You go
Excuse me, I work here, ma'am.
Well, I need
All right?
I need
Get off the aircraft, please.
Whenever I watch these videos, I be like, this shit it's so ridiculous that it don't look real. Like, and I know it be real, but it just seems staged and faked, because it's so like unbelievable. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that's just one person overreacting and egos colliding.
I agree with that. And I think people are blowing up the whole Karen thing. I mean, the Karen thing is real, but the internet has sensationalized this Karen and made everybody into Karen. So
Right.
me and you could be a
Yeah.
Karen one day in the future, easily.
That's messed up.
That's what I think.
Face plant.
You be watching some messed up stuff.
Well, what about Kanye? People saying Kanye crazy. What you think about that?
I don't think Kanye is crazy at all. And I know I'm gonna get hate for that. I get hate for it all the time. Every time somebody asks me about him,
It's because the
I don't
popular
think Kanye is crazy.
consensus is supposed to be that Kanye is crazy. That way you cannot pay attention. And I know we talked about this before. I'll be like, whenever they say somebody crazy, that's when I pay more attention. Because
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, and I've actually stuck with that. Like, I've been telling you that.
because they obviously don't want you to listen to what they have to say. So then that makes me want to listen more. It's real simple. Yeah, I think that he has some good stuff to say, and that's why they just say he's crazy, just to dismiss him so they don't have to listen, or it hurts their brain. They don't want to have to think.
Yeah, if they just thought deeply about anything, they would understand that Kanye isn't crazy. Like, anything.
Yeah. Let me see. Marijuana, Ox News. Let's see. What about?
Oh, what's that song that he had posted? Kanye. That song he had made. What was it? It was Scoop the Whoop or something like that. What was that song called?
Yeah. Scoop the Whoop or Scootily Whoop or whatever. Yeah. The point of that song, he made that song to make a point. It was just to make a point to everybody that I can make a song and not say anything. Like, he literally said keep skiddly scoop the boop throughout the whole song. And it just shows how retarded our music is, now, or the popular music. It's just it's all beats and promotion and images, and that's it. The substance
I
is
think
not
the
there.
message he was trying to.
Go ahead.
I think that he was trying to send a message through that song saying that uh
Hold on. Did I mute you? Where you at, bro? Wait, hold on. You're muted.
nah,
Oh, okay.
you can hear me still, I'm sure.
Now I
You was just
can. Now I can. You was
joking
muted.
with me. Mm-hmm.
No, you were muted a minute ago. Seriously. What do you think about that?
What do I think about it? That's not cool at all. And I definitely would like to do something about that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I
No.
make this channel. That's why I have this channel. I'm trying to get people upset and ignite it and want to go out there because people don't know what's going on and they're just like, meh. They think it don't affect them, but it does. And the whole point of this channel is to let everybody know that the world, what's happening around the world does affect you. And you should be aware of it so it doesn't come and fall in your lap, you know? And that's what I say all the time. So what do you think about all that stuff?
It just motivates me. That's what I think about it. It just boils down to motivation. I'm sorry I don't have much to say, but that's just what it is.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, that's why I do these the way I do them in podcast style, because I feel like a lot of people can learn from just regular conversations like these. So, and then it usually takes a while to get people comfortable, you know, enough to really just start talking. So that's why I do these streams long too. I try to get them at 2 hours, you know, 2+ hours, because and usually going to the end of the stream, if you watch my video, if you go to my page and look at my videos, I recommend you just skip through it, you know, because like I say, it'll have parts that are good and parts that are kind of boring, but that the point of it is to get the real conversations out of people, and it takes time. So my videos probably get better as they go, I noticed. And like towards the end, I think the videos tend to be better towards the end because people are more comfortable and then they start really actually saying what they're thinking and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about Marley?
Bob Marley?
Yeah. For the people out there.
I like his music a lot. And I have like a lot of his music on my playlist. I don't really understand what he's saying. It's just I like the sound of it, and my mom tells me sometimes like she'll be singing to it and letting me know like the lyrics and all that. And I'm like really agreeing with usually what he's saying. I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I like what the reason, and I think that's what it is. A lot of people like, you know, I listen to, he moves me to tears. So that's why I like him. So I don't know if I think a lot of people may, you know, he became popular and they just listen to the music for popular reasons or whatever. But you know, I think he was a revolutionary. I really do. You know, he was a fighter, you know, and they killed him because of his power, you know. And that's funny that you say, it's funny that you say you can't understand him because he wasn't very articulate. It was just more like the feeling, the vibe, and you could hear that he cared, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
I got a
My
clip.
favorite one is the one that he does with Damian Marley. Well, one of the ones that he did with Damian Marley. What was it called? And I could almost clearly hear what they were saying on that song. For some reason, I could hear what he was saying on that song instead of on the other ones. I think I don't know, like they had more of like a human English accent, I guess you could say more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, just clip.
Here, yeah, play the clip.
We don't care. Man was preaching facts. 100%.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And then, you
I
know,
completely agree with everything he said.
I ain't gonna lie, my philosophy is shaped a lot by some of the stuff that he said in the past because I was young, you know, and a lot of some of the stuff he said in his songs and you know is kind of like how I live my life, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Speaking of
You know, that dude
philosophy,
there. you know. And it's the thing about like worshiping money and all of that, and money being what makes you successful or whatever, you know. Money make you rich, you know, that comment. I like the comment when the dude asked him, what could I do to be Rastafari? He said,
Yeah,
born, you'd have to be born again, man.
born
Yeah.
again. Yeah, you can.
I thought that was funny. And he was like,
Facts.
if you get a choice, you better choose black, you know. That's so
That's
funny
funny.
to me. I'm gonna play another little clip of Bob Marley and just a little bit of afterwards because this guy kind of explains Bob Marley a bit and how like you know we've been colonized, right? So one of the things, you know how black people always be messing with each other about how well they speak English, right? Like
Yeah, true.
they either say you talking white or they say you know you're not speaking proper English. You know what I mean? And you can't win for losing, you know. So the thing is crazy though because the English is a colonized language. That's not our natural tongue. You know what I'm saying? And then you got us arguing with each other about how well we can speak it. So that's a real thing, and that's also a connection that we have with the Caribbean. One day I'm gonna write a book. I swear to, if I stay alive, I'm gonna write a book about the
Yeah,
connections
you're gonna
between
be
the
alive.
Caribbean and the South.
Touch my heart. Touch my heart when he was talking about what a Rastafari is
And I ain't gonna lie,
and what
that
he
wasn't the
focuses on
clip.
consciousness.
That wasn't the one I thought it was, and I think I deleted the other one too. But yeah, go ahead, go ahead. What?
10 out of 10.
Huh?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I loved it when he was talking about a Rastafari and what he focuses on, what makes a Rastafari. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what do you think about it? Like,
And recently, I genuinely didn't know the real definition of the Rastafari. You know what I'm saying? Up until this, you know what I'm saying, when he started to explain it. And personally, recently, I've been trying to focus on myself and working on myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and my specifically consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that coincides, and that makes me feel like I instantly felt like I had like I guess a family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel alone all the
That
time.
was that was I felt love from that right there, bro. That was good stuff. Whoops.
So what kind of stuff have you been doing to work on yourself in that way?
Say no more. Be right back.
BRB.
Man, where do I begin? Let's take a look around the room for one. I got these posters to keep me on my toes and remind me different lessons. It takes practice, fear is a choice. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. We'll get to that in a second. Right. Consistency, because personally, I have a problem with consistency, right? I have a problem because I don't know, but I want to figure it out. Learn to enjoy the hunt, which is like the problems that I face trying to get what I want, the hunt. I gotta enjoy that, the obstacles. I gotta enjoy that because that's part of the journey. You feel me? So
I love it. That's weird because I use post-it notes and I use dry erase boards. So that's really similar to me because like I'm always in my head. So I need a visual something to kind of pull me out of my head.
right.
That's
Facts.
cool, man. That's
I
really,
got the
really
schedule
cool.
right here. I'll be trying to work on. I'm trying to keep up with. It keeps me not only organized, but on my spiritual grind, like, you know what I'm saying, like meditation and like, what else?
People
Working
don't
out.
understand. People don't understand. I'm gonna tell you, when I got promoted, they make me a manager. One of the when I went to the meeting, they gave me a organizer like that you have, and they was like, "This is the most important thing right here, bro." Like, boom, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it then. It took me years to get it, but I use my calendar on my phone now. You know what I'm saying? The iPhone calendar. So that helps a lot. And I tell a lot of people, if you want to get stuff done, you wonder how people be getting so much done within a day. It drives you crazy, right? Some people,
Right.
you see them and you're like, how the freak did they get all this stuff done, bro? Like, that's amazing. And that's how they do it, is by organizing your time. And also, so you plan out your day and you plan out your week, and then you have to hold yourself accountable for it. So when the time comes on your calendar that says you're supposed to do whatever, then you need to wrestle yourself away from whatever you was doing and go ahead, and because you made a dedication to yourself and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit at this time. I thought it out, I planned it out, and I
Right.
know me,
Exactly.
and I know how I am, and I know that this is the best time for me to do this particular thing. That's how I do it. And then because I also know if I don't do it at that time, it's probably not gonna get done, because the way I am, I know me. So I know that if I don't do it at that time that I scheduled it to get done, it's not gonna get done, because my brain thought about the best time for it to get done.
Possible time
Yeah,
for it to get done. Right. I know exactly what you mean.
that's cool, man. I'm happy to see that you're using that visual stuff to help you stay on track. So what other
Yeah.
stuff do you do?
Oh man, I got this journal I keep up with. Don't think it's a diary. There's no emotions written down in it.
Hey, no judgment here, bro.
So I want to get back into drawing. I got this little cheesy picture, right? And also I wrote a message within that, because I try and write a message within everything that I write down in the pages. So where do I begin, man? I got a lot of research in here that I want to come back to whenever sometimes I come back to this journal and search through it to refresh my memory of my why, what I'm gonna do, basically everything. This is some deep stuff right here. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I got a plan for specific business moves I want to do regarding when I get to a certain amount of money. This is what I'm going to do with that. And then I'm going to use the money that I get from that to do this. You know what I'm saying? The plan, right? I got that written down in this journal right here. And I also got a rant right here. I want you to see that one right here, because this is kind of important. I could just read it out to you because I'm sure it's hard to read.
Yeah, read some of it.
A rant that I had written down. So this is how it went. Some people want to make a big difference. I am a part of that group. I want to be a person to make a big difference, right? At this point in time when I was writing it down. But what is a big difference? What makes something a big difference? A drastic change, something that, I said drastic change, assuming that the meaning was a huge different, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's what the meaning is, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very, I wouldn't say articulate, but knowledgeable in words and their meanings. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. A drastic change, which is something that makes a big difference that affects a lot of people, or a big difference as in what is a big difference is what I was asking. Change that lasts a long time. It can't be something that lasts a long time, because to my knowledge, time is infinite, because for all we know that time has been going on forever. You know what I'm saying? So at this specific time in my life, I last, let's say 60 years. I make a big difference that'll change the lives of 300 people for however long in their families. But eventually all those people will be gone on that timeline. You know what I'm saying? If it's infinite, it's going to keep going, right? So is that a big change because timeline is so huge? You know what I'm saying? What makes something big? Is what I was saying. Yeah, I can stop right there. I don't want to. I don't feel like I feel like I want to be a drag.
No, man, you don't know. People love this stuff. That's why I was letting you go, and that's the way I do these videos too. I just let people ramble on. I just let you talk and let your mind spill, and that's like I say, people learn from that way more than you think. Because other people are on their journey too, and they're looking for suggestions of how they can deal with what they have to deal with. And maybe you're further
Yeah.
along than someone, and your journey can inspire them on theirs.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. And it doesn't matter. And then I like what you were saying though about the time. And a lot of people don't really understand time. I talk about that a lot in my videos. So yeah, so how do you have an impact over time? And what would that look like?
Yeah.
My answer to that would be legacy, children like you, and your grandkids, and they say building an empire. So like hopefully,
Right, exactly.
Building some wealth and building, so that your descendants can be comfortable, that's a legacy there, and just being alive, continuing your bloodline,
Right, exactly. That's the conclusion that I came to. That's the difference I want to make. I'm going to build an empire for my family.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Much success.
My entire family.
Yes, and I'd love to help you with that. I think I have something that's weird that's just random here. Check it.
Authorities just a short time ago on the horrific scene in Albuquerque, a deadly school shooting at a middle school on just the third day of school. Students told to shelter in place for hours, and what authorities have just now revealed. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shah tonight.
Tonight, tragedy as gunshots ring out at an Albuquerque middle school, killing one student.
Washington Middle School.
Just before 12:30, Albuquerque police responding to shots fired as students were on their lunch break outside the school building. That's when the suspect pulled out a gun and began firing several shots.
We have one juvenile, 2 gunshot wounds.
The student who shot has unfortunately passed away at this time.
This was just the third day of school for students at Washington Middle School. As shots rang out, students running for their lives, sheltering in place for hours. Police quickly arriving on scene and arresting the suspect.
An APS police officer who was on scene and outside when the shooting.
What do you think about that?
I try to avoid watching stuff like that. It brings me down.
I know that's how a lot of people. That's how a lot of people feel. But again, I think that's part of the programming, and it is. I ain't gonna lie. I watch national and world news to avoid the local news because it's so hard to watch. It's the local news is terrible. So, but at the same time, I think that we still kind of got to dabble because you need to know, again, like I said, we need to know what's going on. That was recent. School just started and it's already a school shooting, and it's like, that's a problem, and what I say in my video
literally just started.
I think that it's just too many guns out there, man. Too many people with guns, too many people with access to guns. That's my answer to that. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me for saying that. That wasn't even the video I wanted to play. Check this.
No.
It's so funny. Let me play it again.
No.
This is in the UK. They don't have. You see, she didn't have a gun. I don't think she had a taser either. All she had was a little baton, and the dude was just like, "No." And then he just like trots away.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He didn't even run. He just like kind of like slightly jogged. That wasn't even a full jog.
That was in the UK. That couldn't happen here. He would have got tackled. They would have bit him.
Definitely.
Dogs
and then she starts throwing after him like
Yeah. Let's watch it one more time because that's it's so retarded, man. I don't know. I saw that clip and I thought it was funny just because the way he just shoved off of her, and then he kind of like act like he was gonna hit her, and she turned her head, and then he just
Drops away.
oh,
I got
man.
away.
I tricked you. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Whew, check this out. Basically, the image was like a ship that got hit. They said it was a wreck with the ships, and that ship was carrying whatever. I don't know. It spilled a whole bunch of fuel or some shit in the damn ocean. So that's what that was. That happened recently. Yeah.
How did it split in two to begin with?
It got hit. It was a wreck. By another ship hit it and broke it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just random.
So
go ahead.
So the one that was driving the boat that crashed into the other boat. What the
F was he doing? I was joking about that, and I was like, he must have been playing PlayStation or something. But couldn't have been paying attention. Definitely couldn't have been paying attention.
Team around her. She's able to go on just an hour.
What'd you think about that?
Workers should definitely be paid more. 100%. 100%. Their time is definitely wasted for the amount of money that they're getting paid.
And the lady talking about you should work from 12 years old till you die, basically, and be happy to do that.
Honestly, on a scary level, I understand what they're saying, but it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I understand where they're coming from, but that is wrong only because the only reason why they feel that way is because they are viewed as ignorant from that standpoint. But if they weren't ignorant, you wouldn't think that way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's the ignorance.
They think that we're ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The workers.
Oh,
right?
Okay, yeah.
And that's why they feel that way. But we're not. And which is why it's about to change. It's not going to be like this forever.
I don't think so either.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. I called my last video.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
Another thing I was going to say was, other than the workers being paid more, is the self-love aspect, self-care. That is definitely something that should be intermittent into your life, regardless of anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're working 12-hour shifts and you got to take care of your kids and all that. You always have time for yourself. At least 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Something for yourself.
And she talking about that. The way that lady was talking was like it's not important. Like self-care is not important. I bet you she don't really feel that way. There's no way she really feels that way. There's no way. I bet you she spends plenty of time on her self-care, and I bet you she tells her children and family members to take their time on their self-care. So, but she's spitting this bullshit out on TV. I think that what a lot of people have to understand is that, they're getting paid, man, big, huge check. And if these people are paying you or me this big, huge check to say some baba, 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 baba on TV, we probably would do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hopefully I could have conviction and integrity and resist it. But I mean, it's easy for me to just sit here and say that. I bet you her check is, imagine what her check is.
Man, see, look, this is perfect. This is perfect. I had just thought of an ideology. I'm not sure if you'll agree with it, but in a way, they're having their own programming, and we're having ours, and we're playing our roles to a T.
Damn,
and that's the problem.
That's pretty heavy right there, bro. That's heavy.
That lady thinks of us as these ignorant folk that just need to work because we do all these stupid things on the news, and they see us doing this stuff for attention online on TikTok and stuff. Like, oh yeah, these guys are just stupid. They should just work from 12 till they're dead. That makes sense.
That's why you have to think. It's okay to watch the news. You just have to use your brain and know that they are getting paid. Almost all of them, they're getting paid to say what they say. It's a script.
That too.
So they that's why a lot of people follow certain personalities like Rachel Maddow or whoever, and these people are getting paid these big ass checks, and then you think that their opinions aren't compromised. You think that they're really saying what they really feel if they're getting this huge check. So think about it. So whenever someone gives you money, they always want something in return, right? A product, a service, or something. They want something for their money. Nobody's paying you just for nothing. So those people who pay these people this huge check, you can say what you want, but
my phone's dying.
Huh? Oh, I think we lost him. Did his phone die? Man, I tell everybody to freaking charge their phones or computers or whatever the hell they're on. It's crazy how. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know it's gonna trigger a lot of y'all. Woo, Lord. Freaking the way he was dancing at the end, that part just had me yoked up. I'm sorry, y'all. Woo. Hey, are you triggered? Did it trigger? If it triggered you, then that means you need to do some spiritual, growth. So that's all I'm gonna really say about that. I don't want to make y'all too mad, but yeah, that shit is retarded. The church shouldn't get any of the. If it becomes a mega church, then it's definitely not serving the community, because the church should be serving the community. So it shouldn't be able to become a mega church. I'm sorry, it should not become a mega church. The whole thing is the pastor shouldn't be making money at all. It says that in the scripture. So yeah, where's that money going? That money's supposed to go back to the community. Period. So I'm waiting for him to possibly come back. His phone is probably dead. Let's do a short video. Anyways, it's not even explaining what's going on. Mexico City marks 500 years since the Aztec, whatever. So that was a celebration. So, and the thing is, though, that's triggering for me because first off, the Aztecs were conquerors. So that they were foreigners that came and conquered. So it's crazy how history teaches us about the conquerors every time. The Aztecs weren't what you think, what you guys was taught, that these were the people of the land. They wasn't. They were the conquerors of that land. They came from another land. So it's really kind of ironic that 500 years later, you got the people of Mexico, you know, dancing and singing to the Aztecs. And then it's all mixed up. Did you see? Man, what you were saying was just getting good when your phone freaking died.
Man,
I don't even remember what you were saying.
me neither.
And
uh,
what do you think
hmm?
about that? The little video. Did you see a piece of it?
Yeah, I saw a little nice little amount.
What do you think of
My
that? How does it make you feel or whatever? Like, what is your first reaction?
Well, when the guy had said he's learning stuff at the camp that he should have learned already as a 19-year-old, I felt that that's happened to me a number of times. I should definitely know more than I do. You know,
What happened to
I,
your arm?
huh? Oh,
What happened to your arm right there?
uh,
If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay because we don't.
nah, I do. It was I was trying to show a friend a weld that I had done,
You
and the
burned
metal
yourself.
landed on my arm. Yeah,
Yeah, that
it,
happens.
it slipped out of my hand and landed on my arm.
That's very common.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you'll remember to not do that next time.
yeah, I think so.
that that's how we learn. That's how we learn. That's cool, man. So tell me about the wilderness. How's that going?
Uh, I'm a little disappointed that when I graduate, I'm not gonna get the job that I want, but it's expected. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a welder, a fresh newbie welder, on a job site with no experience.
Yeah, you got to build your experience. So you just get on a job anywhere, wherever, and
Yeah,
and build that experience. Yeah,
exactly. That's the plan.
that's cool, man.
Graduate October 5th.
That's cool, man.
Yep.
And you plan on just going into work right after that?
Uh, I don't know. In November, I plan to go and like stay for the majority of November in Houston, Texas. Coming back for a little while, and then I'm gonna live with mom wherever she goes and find a welder job there. Build up the empire from there.
Cool.
And when I say my family, I mean my people, not only the ones that I love, but the people that go through the same struggles and problems that I do. Everybody. The empire's for everybody. In my,
That's cool,
my
man.
all my people.
Well, let me ask you before we wrap it. I try to ask everyone this kind of question. I feel like, a lot of people, people learn from these kind of candid like conversations. And I also think that everyone has something to give, some knowledge to share, So what is something that you would like to share that you think, you have to give? What I mean is like, everyone has gone down certain rabbit holes or had certain experiences that taught them certain things that they feel like, a lot of people don't really know because they haven't gone through these particular experiences or whatever, or read these particular books or whatever. And, they feel like they have a message or something that they can share with people. What do you have that you can, feel like you can share that'll help someone out there, along their journey,
Pain
What
is a
is your
teacher.
message? What is the Tariq message?
That's the message.
Go ahead.
That's the message as of right now. In this mindset that I'm in at 19, my message is definitely pain is a teacher. Any type of pain, you can learn a lesson from it, wherever it is. Any pain at all.
So then are you saying pain is good?
No, I don't think good or bad exist.
Oh, dun dun dun. That's nice. Yeah, so So
There's
pain teaches you.
higher energies that people want to be around, and lower energies people don't want to be around or deal with. But it isn't good or bad. Like, I don't want to be around a killing down the street. That would be a bad energy. You know what I'm saying? How about a kickback? You know what I'm saying? Where everybody, I don't know, something good. I don't know. Quote.
And that's good energy that you do want to be around.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's exactly what it is. I just think in terms of energy, everything is energy. Or I try to anyway. Because I'm not perfect. And I definitely get angry, overly excited, all of that. You know, it happens. I'm still learning myself. But that is the overall goal, to eventually just like think in terms of energy and remember that pain is a teacher.
That's cool, man. And then what's up with the dreads? Last time I seen you, I don't think you had dreads.
No, I didn't. I change my hairstyle every time I see y'all. I don't know why. That's crazy. It's crazy. And Naya pointed it out a little while ago. I was like, wow, that's true. It's not even on purpose. But dreads, I've had them for I think 2 years. I don't know. Probably longer than that. I don't remember when I got them, to be honest with you. That's the problem. I should probably know that, but I don't.
I suck at that too. It's because of the whole time thing. No, it's okay, because we talk about how time is not really real, and then people don't really understand time, and that's another reason why I don't remember names very well, because I feel like I recognize people's energies. Like, I know you. I don't have to know your name. I know your energy.
Exactly.
So and damn, it made me forget what I was gonna say about time. Oh, and my memory. I don't know. I don't trust my memory. So because your brain creates these images and like manipulates them to benefit your ego. Your ego manipulates your memory. And it's true for everyone. And I don't trust my memory. So that's another reason why I don't. I'm really good at remembering facts or whatever, like events and shit like that. But the names, the dates,
I'll remember if I put a serious intention to it and reiterate it and repeatedly tell myself it. But I don't do that all the time, because I don't feel like all those memories or numbers or whatever it is going to be important after a while. Only the important ones, like, of course, my social, my number, my mom's number. You know what I'm saying? The important ones. Very important. But, like, respectfully, friends' birthdays, freaking, anything that isn't pertaining to, I guess I could say the now. I don't want to sound mean about that, but I just don't feel like it should be ingrained in my brain. I feel like that space could be used for something else. That's messed up probably, but that's just how I think.
I just keep talking. I mean, like I say, you think that nobody is, but they are. They want to hear more. They want you to say more. You're holding back. But a lot of people do that on here when I interview them. And I always try to interview interesting people who have, interesting thoughts. And that's the reason why I be interviewing y'all. But then y'all be scared to share y'all interesting thoughts. So it's kind of,
I don't know. It's really rare for somebody to actually give a crap about what I have to say regarding that deep talk.
And that's why I'm doing this channel, is to give people an opportunity, because a lot of people keep saying the same thing you just said, is that they don't have anywhere to go to talk about this kind of stuff. And and that's why I'm doing this. And because that's what I feel so alone. And because of this, I want to try to build a community and make people feel so less alone about, you know, the way they feel and the way they view the world. And you know what I'm saying? Because like if you just watch the news and the movies and stuff, then you feel like, you know, I'm supposed to be, you know, the baby or something. And if I'm not, then I'm a loser. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Whack. That mindset is whack.
I really enjoy the conversation, bro. Like really, I really enjoy conversation. And like I say, people learn from these really, you know, simple. We would think it's simple. So, you know, and I'll be having conversations like these with people all the time. And I felt like I could monetize it. So because I felt like it was something there was something there. There was some value there. And so then I just started capturing the conversations to hopefully get those, you know, magic moments where people really get, you know, how they feel off their chest, you know, get it off their heart and really speak from their, you know, soul and spirit.
Right, exactly.
And, you know, present their energy, you know. That's why I say, go ahead.
I in a way do that inside my head. Like I'll force myself to say what it is. Like I wouldn't say aloud, but in the second voice, because you know how we have the conscious and the subconscious. This is that consciousness practice that I was talking about earlier, that Rastafari stuff. Like I was like, man, that's deep, because like I feel like at home, blah blah blah. Like I'm with that, right? So I feel like when I say it consciously, like kind of like, you know how the spiritual talk, they say manifestations, like repeatedly say something, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Right.
I say it consciously, like, and I'll ask myself questions like to deeper questions that I want the answer to. Like for example, instead of like I'll be like, why is this the case? I ask myself, and then I'll think what it most likely is the reason. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, why does it rain? You know what I'm saying? Anything so simple like that, it can get really deep. You know what I'm saying? And I'll have those internal conversations about it.
And I do the same thing. And that's what I mean by like people polishing ideas, because when you're really comfortable talking about something, that means that you've spent some time thinking about it, you know? Yeah. Hopefully, anyways. Yeah, because I think that when you're talking about a subject, it's going to show that you haven't thought about it, because you're going to look uncomfortable and your words are going to be uncomfortable and you're going to, you know what I'm saying? But when you've thought about something, you know, it's going to come out more polished.
More, yeah, smooth.
Yeah, so I have to go to work like in like 15 minutes. So like, but my job is right down the street, so but I need to get dressed and shit. But it was good to see you, man, and talk to you. You know, we should do this more. Like we could do it on regular off camera, but I love to interview you some more and get your perspective. You know, a lot of the stuff I was talking about. Let me ask you this question before we go. I say I've been seeing a lot of toxic masculinity, but it's coming from females. And I think that the conversation of masculinity and femininity gets lost in the LGBTQ argument. And also people lose the idea that masculinity and femininity has no gender, you know, and men and women both have degrees of masculinity and femininity. But what I was saying is that I see a lot of toxic masculinity coming from females in their behavior right now. So what do you think about that?
Definitely agree that men and women have like different amounts of testosterone and, well, more specifically masculinity and femininity. And that's where like they do turn to LGBTQ, because like for example, a male could have femininity a lot more. So like basically I'm agreeing with their message, but personally I don't see enough masculinity in the male area. I feel like naturally we should, no? I thought that was the case. And this is really deep for me. You know what I'm saying? I thought males were supposed to have naturally this amount of masculinity. And I question why that isn't the case. And then I start to think about the programming and on TV and all of that. That could be the case. But there's also the possibility, because I think about the different perspectives and different possibilities that come with every scenario. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Yeah.
You were saying, where is the masculinity in the males? Like, it seems like it's underrepresented.
Yeah, it is. I believe so anyway, because from what I've learned and what I thought was the case was down to our primal nature, we're supposed to be more masculine. Or what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if this is the case anymore, but based on what's going on right now, it's the opposite. That's not the case. It's just we're born into a body with a certain amount of energy, and if it's more of a emotional feminine energy that you have as a male, then I guess you turn to be gay, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. And you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do, but that's what I'm saying about it getting lost. Like, it's so, the whole thing is so lost because we got to remember about the yin and the yang, right? The plug socket and the plug. What I mean is, like, masculine and feminine fits together. It's a part of the whole, right? It's part of the whole, which is, life forever, and which is the universe, which is everything, which is, positive and negative charge, however you want to look at it. And so the thing is, though, men have masculine and feminine qualities, and women also have masculine and feminine qualities. The thing, if people could think of it as like a scale or a ruler or whatever, and you got feminine on one side and you got masculine on the other side, as far as more feminine to this way and more masculine to this way. But whether you're a man or a woman, where you fall on that scale is, who knows? Everybody has a different degree of masculine and femininity in them. And that doesn't have anything to do with their sexual orientation or their, what they're sexually attracted to. It doesn't have anything to do with that at all. So, but what I'm saying is, that in the media, they talk about toxic masculinity all the time. It seems like I keep hearing it. And that's why I'm like, okay, yeah, I do see toxic masculinity, but I don't see it coming from dudes like they're trying to say. I see it coming from females, and it's pervasive, and it's a big part of what's destroying the household and leaving a lot of people single and not empire building and miserable.
Right. Yeah, toxic masculinity
on both sides.
Be a case. Yeah. Definitely.
So to wrap it, what you think about that?
What do I think about that being what's happening right now? I think it's horrible. Toxic masculinity is overall just a horrible trait for anybody to have. And it definitely ruins relationships and yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's your self that you're ruining. You know what I'm saying? Like with that thought process. That's the ego. Being used in the wrong way.
Cool beans, man. Cool beans, man. It was good to see you. I'm gonna have to wrap it. Peace and love to the family. Tell everybody I said hey or whatever. Tell them to come check out the damn video. So, and like, I really would like to interview your mom. So I'm scared to ask her. So ask her for me.
All right. All right, Oscar.
All right. Peace and love. Until next time.
Bless.
All right.